people. Welcome to your very first episode of Soul Food Sundays for 2023. Happy New Year, y'all. Nigga, we made it. I just keep saying it like, oh my God, nigga, we made it. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. It ain't even the new year at the time that I'm recording this. It's actually the 28th, but I felt like recording it, and I'm going to be making it available to those of my people who are subscribed to my email list and my website, so that they have it a few days early and then available to my people on YouTube. But whatever the case, honey, nigga, we made it. You hear me? Oh my God, I don't know about y'all, but 2022 did not come to play. You know, we just in a time of like accelerated lessons and growth and ascension and tapping into our gifts and our life purpose and the whole nine. And so the journey for me has been intense every year. Shit, since Lord, I'm gonna say about 2017, 2016, somewhere around there was when the energies really started to pick up for me spiritually. And so what I have been channeling is that 2023 ain't gonna be no different. So before I get into the energies of 2023, it being a universal 7 year, I want to talk a little bit about just going into the new year. Like I said, I am recording this video on the 28th of December. Got my little, I went to this little restaurant. I'm in Branson, Missouri. God decided that I needed to get away and refill my cup. Because, y'all, I had decided I wasn't taking no more trips for a little while. I had a really bad experience with the Airbnb in Miami. And when I got back, I had a trip to LA planned to go see some of my homegirls. I canceled it. And I was like, I'm going to sit still for a little while after that because I'm traumatized. And so right after that, I was pulling some self-care cards and it kept coming up to plan a vacation. I'm like, what you mean plan a vacation? I had just said that I was going to sit still for a while. And then one of my good sister friends, this is why it pays to have genuinely good-hearted people around you. She texted me and was like, hey, I made accommodations in Branson, Missouri. I'm not going to go, and I want to offer it to you before I start extending the offer to other people. And then I was like, I don't know. And then I said, yeah. And then I told her no. Because I was like, oh, it's supposed to be a winter storm. I ain't trying to get caught up in that. Then I have to drive. It's like a 5-hour drive. And then when she offered it to the rest of the ladies in our group, the spirit was like, I pulled that same card that same day, like within the hour, plan a vacation. And I'm like, Lord, okay. So I called her. I was like, girl, I promise I'm not bipolar. She was like, yes, you are, but it's cool. I got you. And here I am on a 6-day vacation in Branson, Missouri, a.k.a. Trump country. Honey, when I tell y'all, I am in the sticks. They had all this chocolate out here in the sticks, child. But I am protected and well connected and actually having a good time. Energetically, I just was running on fumes and I needed to get away. And so while I'm here, instead of being home during my New Year's Eve and New Year's Day ritual, I'll be doing it here, which for me is going to be an energy clearing bath. I've made a huge roll opener candle. If any of you are interested in an anointed candle for the new year, for years I've been doing a roll opener and it works wonders for me, opening doors and creating unblocking opportunities, opening and clearing roads, externally and internally for me. Things that were once roadblocks, my behaviors, my deep-seated past life stuff that had been blocking me from being able to move into new terrain and territory and level up. I have been exceedingly overcoming those things. The fact that I even cut on a camera and talk to y'all, yeah, I have always had a fear of like public speaking and just really putting myself out there, even though I know I have the personality for it. And now it's just like, okay, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? But that is because of the work that I've been doing in terms of therapy, tarot, and working my mojo. Okay? Because it's all, listen, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. And so when it comes to lighting candles and doing working with plant medicine, working your mojo, hoodoo, whatever you want to call it, those things are necessary because there are certain means and tools that we've been using that are not effective. They're not as effective. We bring in knives to gunfights. You know what I'm saying? And so working with crystals and things of that nature, I'm able to do confidently because I know what I'm up against. I know what lies within my ancestral line. I know that a lot of the things that I see with my two physical eyes in the 3D is shit that's going on in the 5D. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that's going on in other realms and other lifetimes. Because at the end of the day, all of that shit is like time is infinite. You know what I'm saying? All of it's going on same time. We have access to all of it via the Akashic records. And so we're needing to make sure that we're using the right tools. So on my website, I have an option available for you all to be able to order custom candles. And right now I'm only offering that as a roll opener candle. So what I do is, and I've actually already got 3 orders for them, but I'm just needing those people to pick them up when I get back, since they didn't get them before I left. It's a roll opener candle, and the candle is fully dressed and anointed, and then I'm pulling a card to see if there are any things in your blind spot that are blocking you from your abundance, your prosperity, from leveling up and ascending, from your purpose. And then I am also adding some things to your candle, your specific customized candle, to help with that particular issue. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's only $35, which is a steal. And you can purchase that on my website at turquoisemajesty.com. I will resume my readings and things of that nature. All of my services will pick back up January the 1st. Because, you know, I had taken like the whole month of December and damn near half of November off. I had to reset. So, yeah, I'm going to be spending some time New Year's Eve taking an energy cleansing bath, cutting some cords, clearing my energy of experiences and people and habits that no longer serve me. And so I am excited about that. I brought everything that I need with me. And then there's a grocery store right up the street, or like across the street from where I'm staying. So if should there be anything that I intuitively come up with that I need to put in that bath, 9 times out of 10 I can get it from right up the street. But I'll be doing that along with prayer and meditation. And I'm gonna find me something real cute and sexy to wear and sashay around the house with. And what I'm thinking about doing is, so you know, in African American culture, it is a tradition to do black eyed peas and greens and pork on New Year's Eve. And the concept behind that is so that your belly is full, which is symbolic of going into the new year with abundance. And so I don't eat pork, but I do like smoked meat in my greens. Like, I haven't even been cooking greens because I have not figured out what that alternative to get that flavor would be. So what I think I'm gonna do is I've already set up my little travel altar. I always set up an altar when I travel. I always carry my Turquoise Majesty energy clearance spray to cleanse the space. I bring my incense, my crystals. Like I got a whole little pouch that when I travel goes with me, my spiritual tools. And so I have my altar set up, and I think I'm going to cook black eyed peas, greens, and maybe even get the pork. And I'll give that to my ancestors. Like cook some, put that on the altar for my ancestors, and then I'll eat the greens with no pork meat and the black eyed peas, cause I fucks with that anyway. So that's an option for me that I'm strongly considering for New Year's Eve. I'm interested in what you guys are doing. What is it that you're planning to do? Are you going to party? Because there's nothing wrong with it. I personally want to be in a time of in a posture of introspection and just clearing away some things before I turn the page on the calendar. Because honestly, y'all, I understand that this is the day that man has set aside to be the new year, but for me, the new year is spring, which also happens to be my birthday. So depending on how the calendar is that year or whatever, my birthday is March 21st, which has been in some years the first day of spring, and if not the 21st, the 20th. And so that's New Year's for me, and that is when I'll be doing some heavy, like, detox the house and things of that nature. But right now, it just being like the calendar new year, it's more like my fourth quarter where I'm really buckling down and making plans and strategizing and cleansing and clearing so that I go into spring ready to hit the ground running, ready for some stuff to bloom. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset around it. But that's personal, you know what I'm saying? That ain't for everybody. So that's how I'll be spending New Year's Eve, in solitude and connected with the Most High, doing some cleansing and clearing and some manifestation work, which will pour over into the new year, January 1st, where I'll be doing more manifestation work. Probably gonna create me a vision board. I had planned on, also on New Year's Eve, I'm going to get me a massage and a facial. I'm gonna have me a little spa moment earlier that day, because I deserve it. I need to celebrate all that I've overcome, all that I've accomplished. Yo, I added so many spiritual hygiene and altar products to Turquoise Majesty this year. I think I recorded more videos than I ever have for YouTube this year. I put out more social media content than I did this year. I probably booked more readings this year also. I haven't really looked into that, but this year has been a busy one. I've really been putting in that work, and so along with some things that I've experienced personally, I deserve to go get rubbed on. I deserve to go let them put them paws on me. And so I'm going to spend the last day of the year doing that as well. I actually had an appointment booked for January 1st to spend the first day of the year doing that, but I ended up finding a better deal and I switched it up a little bit, so I'm going to be doing that on New Year's Eve. But yeah, you just want to be intentional about how you're ending the year and how you are beginning the year, and that takes me into this year coming up, 2023, being a universal 7 year. So if you're familiar with numerology, you know that 7 is all about spiritual mastery, completion. Sevens represent being in introspection or reflection. It's kind of like Mercury retrograde, where you are reviewing and researching and reflecting and reconciling and all the re's, you reing up, you know what I'm saying? It's a good time for that. Like the energy and the happenings naturally support those types of actions and activities and things in your life. The number 7, if you're familiar with tarot, in the major arcana is the Chariot. Y'all don't mind me. I'm hungry. And I got this hat on because my head cold. You know, with these locks, my scalp out. But I went to this restaurant and they had banana pudding, salted caramel banana pudding. And the lady was like, you only want one? And I didn't see this little ass container. So I'm like, damn, how fat I know I'm thick, but how greedy you think I am? She was like, you only want one? I was like, yeah. But when she brought it out of the freezer thing, I'm like, oh, okay. No wonder she asked me that. But it's all good. Because this little motherfucker is finna get demolished right here in front of y'all. Because I'm hungry. That's all right there. But yeah, Universal 7U. The number 7 card in the tarot is the Chariot. The Chariot, making sure that your will is aligned, that those opposites within you, your light and your dark, your yin and your yang, is aligned so that you're moving in one direction and not being pulled all over the place, that you are moving at a fast pace toward victory. So for many of us, this Universal 7-year rule involves travel, whether it's actually moving or making travel plans, because the Chariot also represents travel and travel by land. So road trip, all that. Your spiritual endeavors may require some travel. They may lead you to travel. Your business endeavors may lead you to some travel opportunities, but you're going to need to get moving. And you're going to need to, or you're going to face themes in your life where you may have been all over the place at one point about certain goals in your life, you know, scattered energy. With that 7 energy, not next year, it's not gonna work. So we're needing to get in alignment. We're needing to just take some time to reflect on, you know, where we've come, how far we've come up to this point, and then where we want to go. What is that gonna take? Who we gonna take with us? What resources are we going to need? You know what I'm saying? Those sort of things. And you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out with that 7 energy. A lot of what we experience next year is going to have big spiritual themes, and ain't gonna be no skirting over things. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna experience things that are gonna make you question a lot of what you've believed up to this point. A lot of the things you question are going to lead you to some major changes, lead us to some major changes in our lives. If you've already been very spiritually invested, you can expect to ascend spiritually in this year and tap into some more spiritual gifts or higher intuitions, or state of higher consciousness. The 7 represents the Kundalini energy rising, that energy that sits in the base of our spine and moves up our spine, aligning our 7 chakra points from the root to the crown. 7, look it up. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. That this Universal 7 energy is going to, we're going to have some experiences that are going to draw us closer to God. Going to draw us closer to the God within us, to draw us, have us seeing God outside of us clearer, like externally, God's beauty, God's glory, you know, how much we need God, how much we need our spirit guides, how much we need our ancestors. That ancestor work, we're going to have to get it done. We're going to have to connect with them, because the veil is thin. They're going to be able to contact us clearer, more frequently. We're going to need to venerate them. We're going to need to honor our ancestral line. We're going to need to break some generational curses. So if you've already been doing this, you already know specifically what it is that I'm talking about, and just know that that's going to be amplified in this universal 7 year. When it comes to numerology, you also want to look into your personal year. So for me, I'm going into my personal year 4, which is all about stability, laying foundations. And so a lot of what I'll be doing in this upcoming year and a lot of the major themes in my life will be centered around building and solidifying stability in my life, along with some of the other things that the number 4 is associated with. So it behooves you to learn your personal year as well as the energies of the universal 7 year. But I am going to, once I take a break from feeding my face, this thing was good. I mean, it's good, but it ain't like $3 and some change good. Well, I am gonna pull some cards because as we move into this new year, this year that has such a spiritual focus, we're gonna be led to do a lot of shadow work. We're going to need to step up as light workers and stand in our truth. We're going to be working with that Merkaba energy as we are protected, as we travel through different realms. And it's like we're going through a gateway. And so we're going to pull from the Gateway Oracle to see what are some of the central themes for the collective for 2023. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors and spirit guides, we come to you in this moment first and foremost grateful for your love and your light, and asking that you please bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective as we look to better know and understand the major themes of 2023 for the collective. Ashe. I ain't even gonna look at the bottom of the deck yet. We got 2 cards that fell out. Ooh. What I tell y'all? I'm at the point in the game where, no cap, I know what I be talking about. Following your bliss. My soul sings with joy. In this card here, you have a woman. She is, as my great-grandmama used to say, footloose and fancy free. She playing her flute. She's moving out of the darkness and into the light. And she's traveling with a unicorn. Unicorns represent being unique, different, magical. She's being her authentic self and following her bliss. Not the bliss of the people on Love and Hip Hop. Not the bliss of whoever she follows or follows her on Instagram and TikTok. Not the people at school. Not her co-workers. Just her. With that energy of the unicorn. Being her unique self. Enjoying what she enjoys because she's been in the dark long enough. She has benefited from that which the moon shed light on. She's done her shadow work. And now she's moving into the light and she's sharing her gift of creating music. What music are you creating for yourself in 2023? What bliss are you following? What would ultimately make you happy regardless of how other motherfuckers feel about it? What is it that God is leading you to do? What ancient wisdom is awakening within you? What messages have been coming to you in your dreams? What historical, spiritual themes and subjects have you been studying and led to? For me, it's comedics, for sure. I've even started to learn comedic yoga. But it says, deep inner knowing is emerging within me, because that is the energy of this universal 7 year. That introspection, that going deep spiritually to know and understand and remember who you are. Y'all, there's so much embedded in our DNA. about the lifetimes that we've lived, about the lifetimes that our ancestors have lived and gone through, about our gifts from different lifetimes, about our shadows and the way we left this earth and the way we carried ourselves, our karmic debts. It's all in our cells, it's all in our DNA, and it's being awakened within us. So one thing you definitely want to do, you want to dream journal. You want to pay attention to those signs and synchronicities that are coming to in your dreams and while you are awake. You want to get readings. You want to tap in. You want to meditate. You want to do whatever it is your soul is leading you to do. Because everything ain't for everybody. However, if you being led to do it, what you don't do is let fear talk you out of it. Because it is leading you to your destined path. At the top of the deck, we have accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Here you have a rose, but this rose is like a baby blue, which is very symbolic of positive healing energy. Roses representing love. Accept things for what they are. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on what they could be, what they would be. Don't dwell on what you want them to be. Determine what it is that you want and move toward, but don't dwell on it. Don't stand on it. Don't be too attached. Practice the law of detachment when it comes to your goals and accept what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. For a lot of us, that is the thing that keeps us small, that keeps us quiet, that keeps us singing in the background, is that we don't want to show people just how magical and how magnificent and how majestic we are. Because if you like me, you've been bullied. Every time you attempt to, show people the real you, the authentic you, somebody got something to say. You know what I'm saying? But this Universal Year 7 is calling us out. It's calling us to the center stage, to be who we were created to be, to do what it is that we were created to do, to shine and not give a fuck who gets blinded by our light. That's their problem, not yours. And at the bottom of the deck, flying free. I unfurl my wings and fly. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. Imagine being free to be who the fuck you want to be. Listen, I have experienced independence on a whole nother level. Ever since I have made my spiritual connection, my spiritual practice, my spiritual business, the most high, the love of my life. I have loved myself better than I ever have, and still working on it. And I've just felt more free, freer than ever before. But when you do this work of accepting what is, not trying to force things, not trying to play it small, following your bliss, doing the things that make you happy and bring you joy, and awakening to ancient wisdom, paying attention to how the signs and synchronicities are leading you to reconcile the past and move forward into a freer future, you will feel like this woman here riding on the back of this dove. Doves represent peace. And they are flying above it all, able to see things from a higher perspective. They have, she now has a bird's eye view. She ain't tripping over little bitty shit, because she able to see the bigger picture, because she's at peace. And she's going somewhere. She got shit to do. She ain't got time to be waddling in the mud with whoever is down there. That is what answering your call will do. That is what being your authentic self will do. So I hope that this message found you all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. If you are interested in a personal reading, a candle, some crystals, energy clearing spray, I got a host of products on my website at turquoisemajesty.com where you can book or make your purchase. If you are looking for some ideas for things to do to help you manifest in this new year, feel free to hit me up. Stay tuned to what is coming in this year for Turquoise Majesty. And with that being said, y'all, peace.